Well, that main event was certainly something, wasn't it? I'm John Reckman with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Best of Super Juniors 29 Night 3 event, A block of action. I would like to say that after tomorrow's review of B block of action, it will be double reviews pretty much until the finals, because I have a lot of things on my plate and I have a lot of things that I have to do with the limited time that I have outside of work. I hope you understand. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. Kevin Kelly flying solo on commentary. We start off with Tiger Mask and Nakashima against Oiwa and Fujita. I have to write out these names as I hear them, because otherwise I'll screw up the spelling, because really I can't pronounce half of these names because I'm not very fluent in Japanese, i.e. I'm not fluent in Japanese at all. It's the usual. The Young Lions got to show off, and there was a Tiger Driver 1, 2, 3. Moving on. We go to Master Wato, Tenzan, and Jado versus ELP, Gato, and Dick Togo. You are putting Jado, Gato, and Dick Togo in the same goddamn match, and you are expecting me to give a shit. Bold of you to assume that, New Japan. I also don't care about this Bullet Club shit at all. So anyway, Vendaval on Gato for the win. He taps out. Yay! They make me cheer for Master Wato. How fucking dare you? How dare you, New Japan? Actually, he's not that bad. I just don't know what his gimmick is. I don't think he does either. So, Wheeler Yuta, Titan. I'm just going to say Titan, because otherwise I'm just going to keep laughing at the perky teat of Teton. Anyway, so they team up with Robbie Eagles to take on Doki, Takamichinoku, and El Desperado. Things picked up. Business, as they said, picked up. Good old JR calling New Japan when he couldn't pronounce any of the names at all. Oh boy. So, it was short, but a good showing by all. I mean, naturally, it was obvious that Taka was going to take the pin, since Doki and Despi are involved in the tournament. Doki, at one point, decides to put his lengthy pipe across another man's throat. And let me tell you right now, when a masked Japanese man puts his lengthy pipe across or down your throat, you're going to stay down. Do not ask me any further questions. Always delete your search history. Moving on. We get a melee, and then we get a dive. We get the big old Asai moonsault by Titan. And then we get Wheeler hitting the elbows like, And then he was hitting him with a lot more aggression than that. He was not laughing like Crank or. And he got the seatbelt clutch. Got to be a different version for that, different name for that seatbelt clutch. It's like, let me attach this so I'm safe and I can cover somebody. Hooray, safe driving. 1, 2, 3. And then Yo took on Crocodile Connors, a.k.a. Clark Connors, but that's how I'm seeing him. The Wild Rhino against Yo. The Wild RhinYoh. There we go. There's the title. So, Connors obviously had the strength edge. Yo did come back, did target the knee. There was a nice spear by Connors. He got a delayed suplex and then hit on the knee. Ouch, that looked pretty goddamn brutal. And even though Clark really, really tried, oh my god, did he try, he fell to the direct drive of Yo, and Yo gains 2 more points. I will probably do a point total rundown at some point, maybe when I start doing the double reviews, but right now there's no point really doing that because we're just getting started with the 13 event tournament. And then Ace Austin took on Kanemaru. I wasn't sure who the heel was here, since they both act like heels. I guess Kanemaru was more de facto heel by default, as it were. And Ace Austin wins with the fold in about 11 minutes. Wasn't bad, nothing memorable. Let's move on from that. Alex Zane took on Sho. Alex Zane was aggressive, and then Sho decided to do more of his bullshit. Dick Togo showed up. We got a wrench brought into the plans, but it was a wrenching. And then we get an arm breaker because Sho will not be denied. Except he will, because he lost to the Taco Driver. I love the fact that Alex Zane has all his, big moves named after food. It's just funny. And then again, given the fact he loves Taco Bell, can you really fucking blame him for just embracing the whole thing? So yes, Alex Zane gains 2 more points. Ishimori took on Taguchi. Hey, eventually we got serious Taguchi, but then we got messy, comedic Taguchi at the end where he pulled down his tights and his underwear but got jackknifed 1, 2, 3. Let me just say right now that I don't mind Taguchi's antics on occasion, but they get old. Yano, it's about the same way, but Yano is not part of this tour. I get that you need a little bit of entertainment in there, but it's the same stuff. And eventually some of the stuff just blends together. But Ishimori gets a victory, as he should have. No offense against Taguchi, but at this point in his career, being one half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, he shouldn't be beating the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Taiji Ishimori, is what it is. So then we get Hiromu versus Francisco Akira with TJP. Unfortunately, TJP still exists in the wrestling world for whatever goddamn reason. A fast start and a good pace. Akira really did show off with a lot of aggression. One point, he just has Hiromu face in the corner and says, I'm going to drop kick you in your bad neck. Ow. And then we get chops aplenty. We get more chops. We get a lot of chops. Not nearly as many chops as Hiromu and Suzuki had. And then we get a good back and forth with some nice moves and some good delivery, as you would expect with these guys. And the pace really didn't slow down. Akira misses the fireball, double knees from behind. And when you have an Italian man that misses his knees, I think he's Italian, from behind, then boy, you are just going to be happy that you didn't get it from an Italian man from behind. I'm going to keep saying this until I make it as uncomfortable as possible. Victory Royal and then time bomb number 2. 1, 2, 3, and Hiromu gets the victory. So there you go, a block of action in the book for the second night in a row. The Night 4 event will probably be reviewed sometime after I review AEW Dynamite tomorrow, as I have Thursdays and Fridays off. Hooray! Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.